What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we are going to reach level 76. That is pretty exciting, and that's going to come with a whole bunch of max battles and other stuff that we need to do. But before we get into that, we did get this pincer the other day, and it wasn't even from a raid. It was just out in the wild, so that's pretty crazy. That means we do have the Drampa and we do have the pincer. The only thing left that we need in this event is that Stantler, and that is boosted, so odds are in our favor. I really hope that we can get that. Another thing I'd like to show you is last night I did some max battles and actually did get a Gigantamax Grimmsnarl, so that's pretty exciting. I did a few of them, but I didn't get a shiny, so that's unfortunate, but we still will have a chance for that today. Hopefully we can get some Shadow Darkrai raids and Shadow Cresselia raids, and a possible shiny out of one of those would be pretty freaking sick. But with that being said, let's get into it. So if we take a look right here, 76, all we need is one more grunt. Hopefully we can find a cliff in the park. That'd be pretty sick. I did look at the radar earlier, and I know there's a Sierra nearby. My 6 o'clock balloon was also a Sierra, but I think there's one more probably on the other side. So that one to my right is a Sierra. The one back, I don't know what that is, and it doesn't look like there's anything on the other half. So we will go check that out. Hopefully it's a cliff. But on our way over there, we are going to check some tasks, and let's see if we can get that Stantler right here to start it off. The first one is a Paris and a 434. So this Paris is only 2 off the hundo. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to get a hundo. Don't really need it. I think we might have a hundo Paris. I'm not 100% sure. I know we do have the shiny family done, but let's hope for that Stantler. All right, time for encounter number 2. It's the Stantler and a 908, but not green. All right, hopefully this research is a Stantler, and hopefully he's a bit under the weather and green, but it's another Paris that is a 419. So we struck out on our first 3. Hopefully there's more researches in the park, but let's go ahead and head over to the other side, and hopefully that's a cliff. We have made it to the other side of the park, but as you can see, unfortunately, it's an Arlo, not a cliff. So I'll go ahead and find some grunt around here and beat him, and then we'll move up to 76. But let's go see if we can find, I think we need one more task to get, yep, our 3rd catch 15. So let's get moving to that. So we are back with 3 more tasks. Let's hope that there's something good in here for us. That'd be really sick. Come on. It's a Paris and a 411. How about the second one is a Stantler. That's an 889. Come on, buddy, just be green. How about the 3rd is another Paris and a 411 again. That is exciting, I guess. We're back, you guessed it, another 3 checks. Let's see what these bring. Let's start from the bottom this time. That worked once with the Spiritomb. So since it worked once, I figured it'd work again, right? And the bottom is a Stantler, but it is not green, and it's a 924. So we got 2 off of the Paris earlier. Now we are 3 off of this Stantler. And too bad that wasn't shiny. How about this encounter is another Paris and a 428. So now that one is just 1 off. All right, encounter number 3, please do not be a Paris, and it is a Stantler, at least a 915. Still not green though. Well, it's not a shiny that we need, but it's a shiny for the video, a Combi, and unfortunately it's not a female. Those are way more valuable than the males, but you know, let's catch it, see if it's any good, see if it's worth something. I mean, it could be decent IVs, just be cool to have. We've got it caught, and the Combi is not that great. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure, but you know, at least we got a shiny, so that's cool. So we found this grunt that's a fairy type, and we just finished our daily, and I feel like it's criminal how long it's been since we've seen a bird. Just absolutely insane. I think it's been over a month, and I'm not saying I ran my daily every single day, I didn't, but 90% of the time we've ran the daily and got nothing, and this grunt can't be shiny, but it is gonna finish us for the next level, so that's pretty exciting. And then it's a whole bunch of max battles, 45 platinum medals, which is already done, and I don't remember the other ones. I think 10 trades with over 300 KM. We'll look at it here in a second, but it is a snubble, so that's something. Just for fun, we'll go ahead and check this, and yeah, not good for anything, but that should give us level 76. There it is. That's super freaking sick. I'm glad that we finally got past that, but I know then after we complete these tasks, we're gonna have to do another, what was it, 400? We just did 300, so it's gonna be another 400. I am not looking forward to that. But we did catch 2,384 Pokemon, visited 2,981 stops, and a total of 314 km explored. So as you can see, we've got the task completed. That was the 45 platinum medals. Like I said, we already have 50, so that's never gonna be an issue. We need to power up 7 Pokemon to their max CP, win 100 max battles, which that is convenient because at Wild Area, we are going to have Gigantamax, Grimmsnarl, so hopefully we can get all those busted out then. And then we also need to make 10 trades with Pokemon caught at least 300 km apart. So obviously with all that, win 100 max battles is going to be the most difficult task, but we might power through it, we might just kind of coast through it, but we'll definitely have it done by next weekend. So I'm not in any rush to get to 80, we'll get there when we get there, but you know, we'll see what happens. We've got 2 more tasks and that's gonna exhaust all this park. There are so many win 2 raids here today. Of course, now that we don't need it, it's just everywhere, and that's always how it works. It's just funny. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have that issue too, but let's go ahead and check these, and let's start from the top. It's another Paris and a 431. All right, buddy, come on, be green, and no, and a 904, you know. Oh well, we'll try later, but for now, let's go ahead and move to some raids. I got somebody that's gonna send us some invites, so hopefully we can get that Shiny Shadow Cresselia or Darkrai or both. That'd be really sick. So before we start doing these Shadow Cresselia and Shadow Darkrai raids, let's go ahead and see if we can get this Shiny Shadow Bagon. We have 1 Yoshi. Let's see if we can get another one. That'd be pretty sick. And survey says we did not, unfortunately, in a 596. We've got this Bagon caught. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, and a 787, so I'd say that's pretty freaking solid. We just did a Raikou because Austin got a Shundo yesterday, so he wanted to go do this one real quick, but then we're gonna go ahead and do this Shadows and hopefully get a shiny. But can we get a Shundo here? We don't have a single legendary Shundo. We have like 5 legendary hundos from raids. We just do not have the raid luck, but this one is not shiny in a 1909, so not even close. So like I was saying earlier, there are tons of win 2 raids, and I know I keep saying that we're gonna get to those shadow raids, but let's go ahead and check these 3 researches. Maybe we'll get a second shiny Drampa, and maybe it'll be a decent one. But the first one is not in a 1230. Remember, 1249 is what you're looking for if you want the hundo. We already have a hundo, and we already have a shiny, so we don't really need it, but if we could combine those, that'd be pretty cool. And for encounter number 2, it is not a shiny in a 1225. For the last check, and it is going to not shine in a 1214, so just terrible. And we've finally made our way to the invites that we're gonna get for these Nagasaki battles. Hopefully we can get a shiny. I mean, could you imagine a shiny Shadow Darkrai? I mean, somebody in the world is gonna get a Shundo Shiny Shadow Darkrai, and that's just gonna be insane. But let's see what we can get on our very first one. And this is going to be not shiny and a 2101. We want a 2136, I believe. All right, we've got this Darkrai caught, and I thought that was our first one, so there we go, red shirt to the decks, that's pretty awesome. And a 2101 I would think is pretty decent, and it is a 101515. Could have been a Puri Shundo, or could have been a Puri Hundo, I should say, but you gotta get the right IVs. And for a Puri Hundo, you gotta have at least 13, 13, 13, that is the minimum. We've got ourselves another Darkrai, and I would really like to get this shiny. I really like it, even though it's, I mean, it is a little bit different, but it's not like the most drastic difference. And will we get it here? We did not, in a 2066. We were able to catch this one a lot easier now that we had the Kyurem effect going. And let's see, it is a 13-13-6, no, 13-13-7. All right, we've got another shadow raid done, and this one is going to be the Cresselia. This will not be a dex entry. We already have Cresselia, the regular one, and the shiny regular, but let's see if we can get a shiny shadow on the first one, because really I don't want to grind for this one. I would much rather just grind for the Darkrai. But is it here? No, it is not. A 1603. Well, let's see what a 1603 looks like. 15 attack, that is useless on Cresselia.
Yeah, you had a chance.
Pretty useless. It's a 15-13-7. All right, we are here with Austin, and like I said, we are going to re-roll another set of Spiritombs. Hopefully, we'll get something a lot better than we did last time.
Last one for trade.
I know for sure. I can see that the light is on. It's recording. My phone is recording. But yeah, Austin is sacrificing his only Spiritomb to trade. I will still have 3 more after this, so that's pretty fortunate. And that's not the right one. Let's go ahead and do...
cheat me over here.
No, not trying to cheat you. I just clicked on the wrong one. We're gonna go ahead and do this one. And here we go. We both want that 888. That'd be really sick. Good luck to you. That'd be absolutely insane. I think I've only done one lucky trade where both people got hundos, and that was with Ray, but I'd love to see that right here. You gonna check it? You gonna check it? What do you got there?
The same IVs
The
as our
same
last
IVs? No way.
The same CP. Oh,
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
12, 15, 15.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The same CP though, that's so funny.
And let's see what we got. 873.
Bruh.
It's not too bad.
It's-
Not too bad. And we got 15 attack on it, but yeah, that's something I guess. But hey, appreciate you using that, buddy.
Sir.
And this time we didn't mess it up, or I didn't mess it up, I should say. What's going on, guys? It is Sunday, and this is our last day to get that Stantler, and then the event will be over. So hopefully we can get it, fingers crossed. It's supposed to be the easiest one. It's supposed to be boosted. We did happen to get the other 2. We got the Drampa, and we got the Pinsir. So now we just need that Stantler. Before we start hunting that Stantler, let me show you a few things that we got the last couple days raiding with our remote raids. We got a shiny Shadow Cresselia. IVs weren't great on it, but you know, we'll take it. We also got a shiny Shadow Darkrai, and that thing is super sick. The IVs are okay, as you can see here, but this Shadow Shiny might be my new favorite Shadow Shiny. It's either that one or the Gibble. You guys let me know down in the comments what you like better. And we also got a Gigantamax Shiny Grimmsnarl, so we'll definitely take that. That makes our Go Wild event a lot easier. But without further ado, let's get into it. Right here, we have 3 tasks to catch 15. One of them's gotta be a Stantler and one of them's gotta be green. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get it because it is cold out here. It is 32 degrees, I think, what I saw earlier. But let's see what the first one gives us. Is a Paris and not a shiny. But how about encounter number 2 is the Stantler and a 918. That is not green though. And how about this last one? It is another Stantler that is not green and an 889. We are back with another set of tasks. Let's see what these bring. The first one is a Stantler, but it is not a shiny, and an 898. Remember, you want a 927. How about encounter number 2 is a Stantler and a 914. And number 3, come on buddy, be that green one, and let's freaking go. There it is. Let's go. We are done with this event. That is pretty freaking awesome. And man, that was pretty quick. That was what, 6 checks altogether? So this one actually, I had all 3 Stantlers. We'll definitely take that. An 884 is not gonna be very good, but you know, let's catch it, enter it to the decks, and see what it looks like. I think that's pretty close to the floor. We've got that Stantler caught, and that really helps out. There it is being entered to the decks. But that helps because I'm moving to a different area of Kansas City, so you know, this really helps. I got a lot to do today. The move is tomorrow, so after work I'll be doing that. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, and yeah, 2 off the floor. I thought that was pretty low, but we'll definitely take it. But we do have the Into the Wild event coming up, so hopefully you guys are excited. I'm definitely excited. Let me know down in the comments what you're most excited about for this event. If you're enjoying this content, you want to see more of it, you can check it out right here. Don't forget, you can also subscribe on the other side. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.